Hello amazing viewers, a pleasant day to you all. Welcome to my channel. For long we never heard the voice of the African Union. The African Union Commission, or whatsoever they call themselves, saw Nigerians crying, calling on the government for years to do something about insecurity. They didn't lend a voice to the whole problem happening in Nigeria. They didn't call the government of the day to order. They watched them behave nonchalantly. And all of a sudden, the African Union, whatsoever they call themselves, woke up from sleep because Donald Trump spoke. So it's glaring for all to see that TINUBU is, seeking for people to actually speak up for him, just to make Nigerians or the world to see that, okay, Donald Trump, or perceive that what Donald Trump is trying to do is the wrong thing. Where African Union dey when they kill people and still killing people? Where them dey? Where them dey when corruption they exist in all these African nations? They didn't raise voice. And now you are coming to talk about sovereignty, reiterating the fact, or should I say, affirming the fact that Nigeria is a sovereign nation. What has our sovereignty done for us? How has it helped us solve the problem? How has it helped the common man feed properly? We are a sovereign nation, yet the leaders cannot do what they are supposed to do. What we see is corruption piling up on daily basis. The economy in shambles. And then somebody feel Nigerians should take the words of the African Union or whatsoever they call themselves seriously. So it just baffles me, flipping through the pages of paper and seeing African Union, putting their mouth in this whole matter. Because when they were needed the most, you don't see them. The same thing they did in Niger. As if they don't know what has been happening. And then all of a sudden, boom, military coup took place. And then you see them shouting up and down. Look, if the African Union leaders don't organize themselves, they will keep receiving insult from citizens the way they receive from Nigerians over their so-called imputement, or I don't even know the word to use. So-called lending of their voice to this whole terrorism, Christian killing in Nigeria here. I'm going to read what the media reported. And of course, take one or two social media reactions, because Nigerians are not even finding it funny with whatever it is the African Union, said. But before I get to do that, I'm going to show you this video of the brouhaha that took place today between WIKE and one, I think, a Navy officer or so. Nigerians really have had a field day on social media space, because they have been talking about the matter. Knowing how arrogant WIKE can be.
Will you stop that? I'm an officer, I have integrity. Shut up, you're not good officer. Will you keep quiet? Let me take food. I'm not. We are take food. This country cannot continue along this line. My friend, you see? I have no document. Bring the document. I have documents and everything. Excuse me. I'm a minister. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that. We cannot continue to add in this impurity. Where the approval even to people. You cannot continue this way. This country cannot continue along this line. How can that man at his level, even he has a problem, he cannot reach me and look, I'm sorry. See what I have. You will send soldiers to intimidate who? We are all from this country. And this is government. You cannot be higher than any government. You cannot be carrying guns to intimidate people to not to do their work. Let me tell you, if not government was the first staff who spoke to me here, you could have killed everybody here. No problem. I'm not one of those that they can intimidate.
On the contrary,
I'm doing my job.
We are not intimidating anybody.
That's what you're doing.
The civilian, the engineer mobilized to site, and then
staff or workers of SCDA. Look at this. No, listen now. Threatening them. And that was when the admiral gave the order. They cannot give order against government. Because the papers are complete and he said it's submitted. Listen, you know the police one. Are you the one that will say paper? What will show me that you are old? First of all, show me that government gave you this.
This one, Nyesom Wike, the likes of Akpabio, and the number one person likes flexing muscle. I just hope nothing happens to this young soldier, being a naval officer. I just hope nothing happens. Is Nyesom Wike talking about lawlessness? We need to watch how we do this, or we need to do this, or we need to do that one. The same thing you are guilty of. You see, that is my biggest problem with these individuals. How can you be so two-faced? We need to watch how we do this one in this country. We need to do this one, we need to do that one. What you are doing is what you are there talking about. You are in no position to advise anybody. Because you are one person that is so lawless, that has made our constitution to be like just a tissue paper. The same you goes to court every other day, even at night. You can go and do whatever it is you want to do. See person where they talk, when na just who's they here, he go oppress PDP. Simply because he has TINUBU backing him up. Nyesom Wike is in no position to start talking about such things, law, integrity, whatever it is. He has no right to be talking about these things, because these are the things that he lacks. If you are counting 10 arrogant persons in Nigeria, Nyesom Wike must be top 5. If you start counting. And always quick to intimidate. How can you be the king of intimidation and you are talking about intimidation? How can you be the king of oppression and you are talking about such things? How can you be the head chief of people who clearly lacks integrity and you are talking about integrity? In what capacity are you speaking about these things? You are talking about law when you are one of those people that is busy abusing power and abusing the law. In what capacity? You get people who go to talk about these things, who go to listen. We'll be listening to it. The Nyesom Wike that is talking, the way he acted, is he okay? Because I won't be surprised if there's a twist to this whole thing that the young man was rude. I won't be surprised. You as a minister, as usual, you needed to show your power. Because according to report, it is being said that the young man is standing. Of course, the young man is standing on an order. The document is complete, according to him. All these things are way to find how to grab land. You want to make sure the nicest spot in the Federal Capital Territory, you give it out to family members. The same thing where you don't say, the document has been submitted. You that knows fully well that for that young man to be standing there, he must be standing on an order. And if he disobey his superior, there's going to be consequences. As he tell you what he tell you, not before you to go back. The next thing is, who am I? That's just very common language with most of the Nigerian politicians. Do you know who I am? I can make you disappear and nobody will find out. It's a very common language of the Nigerian politicians. No, if a cuckoo stay, make you come fight the guy now. Since he wants to explain to the guy who he is. You be God. You be God. I won't be surprised if you start seeing, because Nyesom Wike is someone with pride. So he would definitely want to use the federal might to see how to punish that young man. And if the Nigerian military or being a navy allowed that to happen, then shame will be on them. Because it is a superior that actually placed that young man there, and he has been acting on order. In Nyesom Wike, where then they say, okay, the documents have been submitted though, and the appropriate authority follow due procedure. What stops him from following due procedure? You see, this matter is far from being over, knowing the kind of person Nyesom Wike is. But the truth is that I had a field day, just like other Nigerians. Because seeing in some WIKE, knowing fully well and experiencing the fact that, okay, not everybody can stand that intimidation, Kai, it gives me joy. Let me get some social media reaction. Edo's son saying this minister is talking about law, referring to Nyesom Wike. Please, which law is he talking about? We should never fight soldiers here. This is what happens when judiciary fails. They know these men manipulate the law for their interest. That is why they are aggrieved with the minister knowing law doesn't count. Wike is a colossal embarrassment, says George. He tells the officer to keep quiet and calls him a fool. And then we have original black saying all this land grabbing by Wike just to give them to his sons is beginning to haunt him. We need more of this general. Just fine saying I can watch this chaotic video 1,000 times and still feel happiness. Damn it, that soldier and a definition of mentality is laughable. Now have Ayodeji saying if anything happens to this gallant officer, we are holding Wike responsible. My love for this officer no small. Very brave and smart. God bless you, officer, and God bless Nigeria Navy. Remagret saying this video sweets me. So it gets person where Prime Minister of Abuja they fear. The fear of soldier is the beginning of long life for HRH, the Dragon One of FCT. Laugh emoji. I think we need more soldiers like this. If you ask me, more officers like this, we need them. Because if you have people like this at the helm of affairs within the Nigerian military or the Nigerian Navy, I think by now we will not be talking about this insecurity here. Because with their strong head, they will tell the leaders, no, this is not going to happen. We won't allow this thing to happen. We won't be a party to this. And if the government insists, they will be forced to come and tell the public exactly what the government of the day is doing. In Nyesom Wike, busy moving around, looking for probably a land to grab. He acted wrongly. If they don't tell you, say, okay, follow due procedure, their document is at appropriate place where it's supposed to be, what is left for you is to do the needful. But I don't understand how doing the right thing is a problem. Then you go there yourself, go carry insult. And now you are shouting up and down that they insulted you. When you brought this thing upon yourself, the person in question did not insult you. Now you use your hand to embarrass yourself because you want to show that you are the minister of FCT. The level of lawlessness being displayed by these people, the level of lawlessness, it just there too much. In Nyesom Wike, I will not be surprised if this matter doesn't end there. Knowing how easily his ego get bruised, Nyesom Wike will not allow this matter to end here. Of course, they go on flex muscle because that's what they like doing, flexing muscle. Do you know who I am? Do you know this one? Do you know that one? I can make it disappear. I can make it this one. The common language of most of the Nigerian politicians that we have. You see me? I'm happy as this thing happened to them. Thank you so much. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Let me read what the media reported about the AU, lending their voice to the intervention of Donald Trump regarding Christian genocide in Nigeria. The African Union Commission, AUC, has reiterated its unwavering commitment to Nigerian sovereignty, religious freedom, and the rule of law. According to Commission in a media statement released, this was in respect to the recent statement by the United States and its President Donald Trump, alleging that the Nigerian government was complicit in targeting killings of Christians. The Federal Republic of Nigeria is a long-standing and valued member of State of the African Union, playing a key role in regional stability, counter-terrorism, peacekeeping initiatives, and continental integration, the AUC stated in a release issued by the Information and Communication Directorate. The Commission emphasized Nigeria's right to manage its internal affairs and rejected narratives that oversimplify Nigeria's security challenges. The statement partly read, the Commission supports Nigeria's repeated affirmation that its constitution guarantees freedom of religion and belief, and that the government rejects all forms of religious persecution, Nigeria faces complex security challenges affecting citizens of all faiths, including violent extremist groups, banditry, communal violence, and resource-based conflicts. The AUC calls for regional and international cooperation to support Nigeria and other African countries in strengthening capacity to respond to insecurity, protect all citizens, uphold human rights, and bring perpetrators of violence to justice. The AUC remains ready to provide support through its peace and security architecture, capacity building programs, and strategic partnerships. The AUC rejects any narrative that weaponizes religion or oversimplifies security challenges. Conflicting all violence with a single religious target narrative may hinder effective solutions and destabilize communities. Urging diplomacy over military threats, the AUC said. AUC urges external partners, including the United States, to engage Nigeria through diplomatic dialogue, intelligence sharing, and capacity building partnership, while respecting Nigeria's sovereignty rather than resorting to unilateral threats of military intervention. The Commission, however, noted that the resorting to unilateral threats of military intervention could undermine continental peace, regional stability, and AU norms for peaceful conflict management. The Commission maintained its avowed commitment to support Nigeria and other African countries in promoting peace, security, human rights, and development while upholding sovereignty and non-interference. Jonah saying, so African Union are also stupid. Trump is not fighting Nigeria, but coming to do what Nigeria government, ECOWAS, and African Union are unable to do for years. Unless these three are the terrorists/sponsors we are looking for. Then we have Peter here saying, when lives were being lost to rebels, families rendered useless because of insurgencies, greedy political thieves ruling for their own selfish interests. Where was AU in the midst of all that? Now they come out to speak, and they'll have Kolade saying, what's the function of AU pertaining to insecurity in West Africa? Bunch of corrupt politicians, no vision for their countries. These AU leaders and members are a bunch of hypocrites. Evil hypocrites. For decades, African nations have been crying. You don't hear the voice of these individuals. You don't ever get to hear them talk. Both AU, both ECOWAS, they don't talk. And here you are all of a sudden talking about promoting peace and the rest. When una don't wreak havoc, contributed to the havoc in most of the African nations. You have African leaders not doing what they're supposed to do. You don't call them to order. You don't say anything. You don't intervene. You don't even intercede at all. And then you sit here and tell people Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Sovereignty, my foot. Who the sovereignty don't help? It's a sovereign nation, but they are quick to go and seek for aid. They see they try, maybe they carry them, they carry them like sucklings. It's a sovereign nation. When you go there to beg for things, you go there to seek for validation, you did not remember that you're a sovereign nation. And then all of a sudden, everybody shouting sovereignty and resources up and down. Our ear no one rest from these two words. Call the leaders to order. They fail to do so. You see ECOWAS, you see AU. Sometimes I wonder the benefits of actually being there. I wonder the essence of the existence of these so-called organizations. I just wonder. They better allow Trump do what he wants to do. Because clearly what Trump is trying to do is what the Nigerian government has failed to do. Every day, I mean, they see the news from Nigeria. Are they not flipping through the pages of paper every day to see what's going on? And then you sit somewhere and you talk rubbish. You think the average Nigerian man whose family has been killed or waiting to be killed, somewhere in the kidnappers den, is thinking about resources and sovereignty. Shame on this bunch of people. Shame. Shame on this African Union. Shame on ECOWAS. Shame on them. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.